Hey guys, welcome back to another build video. And in this one, I've got the hardest hitting rifle build that I've messed with yet. It uses a pretty old gear set by now, but it's one that I've just never really messed with because, as I said in a previous video, I usually just use determined with rifles and I've never really needed anything else. But after the last few rifle videos, I've been having a lot of fun messing around with non-determined builds, and in the small amount of time that I've been messing with this one, I had this regularly hitting between 4 and 6 million a bullet with stacks. I've had this hit as high as 7.1 million, and that's still not even the full potential. The way I have this thing set up, it can hit up to 8.3 million in the firing range, and that's with 1.5 million armor. If you wanted to go all red with this thing still has plenty of room to hit even harder than what I'm going to show you. So with that, let's take a look. Alright, so this build uses 4 pieces of breaking point, 1 piece of Araldi, and the Tinkerer mask. So let's look at the breaking point stuff first. So the 2-piece is rifle damage, 3-piece headshot damage, weapon handling, and the 4-piece is on point. So hitting a shot with a rifle grants a stack. Max stacks is equal to the weapon's magazine size. So for me, that's going to be 51. And then when you reload, it's going to grant 2% weapon handling and 4% weapon damage per stack for 10 seconds. Then no stacks are acquired while the bonuses are active, and the timer running out will refill your magazine. And then down here, you can do some weapon swapping to refill your magazine, but it removes your stacks. So personally, I wouldn't do this, so I'll skip it. So when you start shooting, you're going to get this green icon underneath your ammo bar. That's the stat counter. Just build it up halfway, then reload, and now you're going to get 10 seconds with this buff. And you can see now I'm hitting quite a bit harder. And then when the timer goes away, it automatically reloads your weapon. So if I scroll down, I have armor on this. And I actually went with more armor because the RPM on this weapon is pretty slow, and that in combination with some of the other talents I'm going to be using, you want to be able to stick your head out from behind cover as long as possible, so I'm going with 4 armor cores for more tankiness. So then I have crit chance and a crit chance mod on here, and this has the talent Point of Honor, and this increases on point weapon damage bonus from 4% to 7%. So if you're at maximum stacks, this is 350% weapon damage. So then for the gloves, I have armor crit chance, knee pads, armor crit chance, and the holster armor crit chance. Then for the chest, I'm using the Pristine Example. This is a piece of Araldi. It gives plus 10% sniper damage, so this brand set bonus doesn't matter. This has weapon damage, crit chance, and then I have a crit chance mod on here. This has the talent Perfect Focus. So this increases total weapon damage by 6% every second you're aiming, while scoped 8 times or higher, up to 60%. So if I ADS, you can see this icon underneath my ammo bar that looks like binoculars. It's building up 1 stack per second. Maximum damage is 60%, so that means 10 seconds. Then if you look away, it takes about 1.5 seconds for it to go away, and then you have to start rebuilding it again. And this gun reloads quick enough that you can actually reload, and if you ADS immediately, it won't drop. So if you need to quickly retarget, you'll be able to keep your buff up. But if you play something like your smart cover, it takes too long, it'll drop the buff and you'll have to rebuild it. So this is another reason why I went with more armor in this build. It just helps you ADS for longer so you can keep your buffs up. Then the last piece is the Tinkerer. This has weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and a crit damage mod on here. And this has the talent Abridged, and this is going to allow me to have 2 talents on my primary weapon. So for the weapons, I'm using the UIC15 MOD2, and then for the secondary, you can use whatever you want, mainly just using it for the talent. So my rifle has 15 expertise. This has rifle damage, crit damage, damage targets out of cover, and then I have the talent killer on here. And then for the mods, you're going to want the ×8 scope so that you can trigger focus. So this one has plus 30% headshot damage. And then I'm going with plus 20 rounds, minus 10% reload speed. The reload speed doesn't really matter because this gun reloads really fast anyway. Then crit damage. And then I'm going plus 40% stability, minus 10% optimal range, because without this, this gun has a fair bit of recoil. Then for the secondary, I'm going with the talent Strained. So gain 10% critical hit damage for every 0.5 seconds you are firing. And stacks up to 5 times, so 50% crit damage. Then for the skills, I'm using the Fixer Drone to, again, help me be able to stick my head out from behind cover for longer. So mine is tier 0. I have 12 expertise in here, boost my duration just a little bit, and I have a duration mod and a health mod. Then for the second skill, I'm using Precision Smart Cover, also tier 0, 15 expertise, boosts the duration a little bit, and I have a duration mod and a 4% damage to targets out of cover mod. Then if we look at the stats, I have 58% crit chance, 108% crit damage, 155% headshot damage, little under 1.5 million armor, 0 armor on kills, 0 armor regen, and with the drone, 19,700 healing. Then last is the specialization. I'm using Sharpshooter. This is going to give 15% increased headshot damage with rifles. Then you have 15% increased weapon stability here. This is also going to regenerate some of your ammo when you're behind cover. And then make sure you have rifles selected here. So like I said at the beginning of the video, in actual gameplay, I was hitting anywhere between 4 million and low 6 million pretty regularly with stacks. And I've hit as high as 7.1 million, but that's not even close to what it could hit. So I just want to show you what its max potential is. So here in the firing range with full breaking point, full focus, full strained, and killer, to the head, sees 7.6 and is building up because of strained, 8.314 million to the head. So maximum potential of this build, 8.314 million. That's with 1.5 million armor, 4 blue cores, 58% crit chance. This thing hits so hard. And not that it matters anymore because the season is just about over, but I was just curious how hard this hits with modifiers. So this is tier 5 in all attributes. I changed these all to red just to make it strong as possible. Then if I was going to use modifiers, I'd be using these ones right here. And then I'll skip forward a little bit because it takes a second to build this up. So now I've got everything built up. Get strain build up. Just under 11 million. Hit the active modifier. 12.6 million per bullet to the head. That is some absolutely insane damage right there. So too bad I didn't mess with this a little bit sooner because there's only a couple days left in the season, so this doesn't matter anymore. But definitely interesting to see such crazy numbers in the firing range. So that's the build, guys. Try it out and let me know what you think. I think this one is my favorite one so far, and it might actually earn a permanent spot in my loadouts. I just wish I messed with it about a month sooner because this absolutely shreds with season modifiers, but oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Reinforcements incoming. Incoming hostiles detected.
No way I can hit him from here.
Hostile detected.